Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon, and we're going to talk about Rotten Tomatoes and Captain Marvel. Why are we talking about Captain Marvel now? Why are we talking about Captain Marvel? We're talking about Captain Marvel because I think this was the movie that broke Rotten Tomatoes and led Rotten Tomatoes to change its policy on reviewing movies, or who can review movies. Apparently, only verified ticket purchasers can now review movies, so you can't review bomb movies as easily. That seems to be the train of thought here. Before we get started with the video, thanks so much to everyone who has subscribed. Please subscribe if you haven't so far. It absolutely helps the channel. It's been helping us a lot this month, and we really appreciate it. Okay, and before we read the Gizmodo version, which I love this headline, Rotten Tomatoes changes audience reviews to protect against whiny man babies. That's not clickbait at all. Let's go out and see what Rotten Tomatoes has to say, and then we're going to see what Gizmodo's hot take is. We're introducing verified ratings and reviews to help you make your viewing decisions. Read about the latest enhancements to our audience score. At Rotten Tomatoes, we're always working to make our recommendation tools the most useful they can be for movie and TV fans. Today, we're releasing some enhancements to our audience score, which we started revamping earlier this year. In February, we ditched our pre-release want-to-see percentage in favor of a more straightforward want-to-see tally, kind of like the likes you see on social media. We also removed the function that allowed users to write comments about a movie prior to seeing it. You can read about these changes here. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, there's a whole controversy surrounding Captain Marvel. There were accusations that quote-unquote man babies were review bombing Captain Marvel in February. In reality, they were just saying they did not want to see the movie. And that was taken as like an attack against women. I mean, the dumbest thing. But I think what's going on here is we're seeing studio pressure being put on Rotten Tomatoes to make sure that the movies don't tank, because the audiences aren't interested. I mean, if people aren't interested in the movie, they're not interested in the movie. You can't force them to be interested in the movie. Can you? Or can you? Is that what they're trying to do? We'll see. What's next? Today, we're excited to introduce new features to our audience score and user reviews with the addition of verified ratings and reviews. So let's get to it. Rotten Tomatoes now features an audience score made up of ratings from users we've confirmed were the right kind of people. No, we've confirmed bought tickets to the movie. We're calling them verified ratings. We're also tagging written reviews from users we can confirm purchased tickets to a movie as verified reviews. You'll start to see these changes on the main pages for new movies and in user reviews for those films. The first audience score you see on a movie page, that's it next to the popcorn bucket, will be the first score made up of verified ratings. As with the current audience score, when the score is fresh above 60%, you'll see a red popcorn bucket. When it's rotten, the bucket will be green and tipped over. If you want to see a score that incorporates all included ratings, both verified and non-verified, simply click more info when you can toggle between the two. So they're going to hide the non-verified ratings. How is this even going to work? It sounds like it's going to be a colossal pain in the ass. Is it if you purchased a ticket through Fandango? I don't even know how. Like, if you just walk up to the box office and buy a ticket, do they give you like a Rotten Tomatoes code? Oh, here we go. They talk about it. You'll see written user reviews marked verified when you click the audience review section for a particular movie. You can choose to view only verified reviews or read all of the man baby reviews, verified or not, together. At launch, users can verify ticket purchases through Fandango, AMC, Regal, and Cinemark. What if you just go to the Dollar Theater and see it? You can't, you're not allowed to leave a review. They've signed up to participate. We plan to introduce other ticket providers as well. Users who want to verify their ratings and reviews simply can choose where they bought their ticket when leaving the review, the rating or the review. If we can match their Rotten Tomatoes account to the account used to buy their ticket, their rating or review will be verified. So if you just, go to the dollar store, Dollar Theater. So if you just go to the Dollar Theater and buy a ticket and pay cash, and you have an opinion, it's not going to be counted here. Why introduce verified ratings and reviews? It's about giving fans the most useful tools possible when making their entertainment choices. No, it's about making sure that you can kind of control the opinion, the public opinion. I think the studios are putting pressure on Rotten Tomatoes because people do, for whatever reason, still trust Rotten Tomatoes for opinions. So now this is gonna work in reverse too, because you have a lot of people blindly defending movies and blindly defending TV shows who clearly haven't seen it. You know, so what are they going to do with TV shows? Are they going to verify that you like have a Netflix subscription, that you've actually watched that show on Netflix, that it's actually been in your queue? I mean, that gets kind of crazy, right? I mean, it's kind of invasive. Like, they're going to have access to like your watch history on all these streaming services just to make sure that you can leave an opinion on a show. What if you watch at your friend's house? You know, if you go to your friend's house and watch a show, you know, how's that work? So we worked for some 21 years to ensure that we don't go out of business, to ensure that the Tomato Meter is a trusted tool for those who want to know what critics think of movies and TV series. The development of that trust didn't happen overnight. It was a process, which you've flushed down the toilet in the last couple of years here, Rotten Tomatoes, with this sort of policing of reviews. We've been consistently evolving the Tomato Meter and how we select the critics whose opinions generate it to meet the times. How we select the critics whose opinions generate it to meet the times? What the hell does that mean? To meet the times, does that mean whatever's fashionable this month is what the critics who have the right opinions this month? The introduction of verified ratings and reviews is a similar evolution, similar censorship, one designed to meet different challenges in the face of increased skepticism about online user ratings and reviews. In greater demand for transparency about how user scores are generated, we're offering something simple: ratings and reviews from people we can confirm purchased a ticket to the movie they're rating, which we think is a strong indicator someone has seen the movie. We believe the audience score made up of these verified ratings is the most trustworthy measure of user sentiment we can offer right now, one that gives entertainment fans a genuine audience assessment of a movie they're considering watching, and one which puts significant roadblocks in front of bad actors who would seek to manipulate the audience score. Man babies, the haters. Today is another phase in the rollout of changes we're making to our audience score because Disney told us to. No, user ratings and user reviews, as we mentioned, we're working on bringing in other ticket providers into our verification system, as well as finding ways we can verify ratings and reviews for movies that are not theatrically released, for TV series, and for streaming titles. Yes, they're going to probably have you link your Netflix account to Rotten Tomatoes, so they can not only verify that you've watched a show, but they can look at your history and see everything that you're watching. And there will be further enhancements to come. We'll be announcing these changes right here in the product blog, and we welcome your feedback and suggestions in the comments section below. Where's the comments section? Where's the comments section? We'll take your thoughts and ideas into consideration as we continue to evolve our recommendation tools. Where's the comments? There are no comments. They took the comments away. I guess you weren't verified. I wasn't verified, and I can't leave a comment on Rotten Tomatoes about this. So, okay. So now the internet's got its hot takes. And of course, Gizmodo, which is hanging on by its fingertips, and I fully expect it to die soon. Rotten Tomatoes changes audience reviews to protect against whiny man babies. Whiny man babies. Rotten Tomatoes is adding a new feature to keep the audience score more authentic by verifying that users have seen the movie, and whiny woman-hating man babies are going to be pissed. Sweet Lord. Rotten Tomatoes currently has 2 scores of Tomato Meter. In the audience score, previously users have been able to manipulate the audience score to trash Poor Carol for a particular movie through coordinated online campaigns by people who hadn't even seen the film. The recent campaign against the superhero movie Captain Marvel was especially nasty because it had a strong female character. So did Wonder Woman. So did Alita. Something that's intimidating for a handful of sad, scared men out there. So did Wonder Woman. So did Alita. That wasn't really the issue, Gizmodo, and this is why you got sold, because nobody wants your hot takes. The only thing your hot takes are good for, Gizmodo, is mocking them on YouTube. And then it's comedy gold. The default audience score on Rotten Tomatoes will now include ratings for people who actually bought tickets. So now you have to give people access to your ticket history. Rotten Tomatoes now features an audience score made up of ratings, blah, 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 blah. Okay, people who bought their tickets through Fandango, which owns Rotten Tomatoes, and I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Fandango does own Rotten Tomatoes, and actually their CEO, COO, one of the bigwigs at Fandango actually came from Disney Studios. So you see the bigger picture here. This is all about saving face with your friends. They'll get a push notification after the movie is done, prompting them to write a review. The reviews and scores from users who haven't been verified will still be available on the site, but they won't be the default view. You'll see written user reviews marked verified when you click the audience scores. You may be asking yourself, can't one of these man babies just buy a ticket, not see the movie, and leave a bad review anyway? What if they didn't like the review? Yes, but that becomes a very expensive troll, if we can even call it that. And I'm sure that movie studios would be happy to sacrifice one bad review as long as the ticket was paid for. Oh my God, did you ever think that maybe people pay to go see a movie and they're disappointed? I mean, do I think that people are manipulating reviews? Look, this wasn't even about reviews. With Captain Marvel, it was about the want to see score. People were saying they did not want to see Captain Marvel, and they had reasons why they did not want to see Captain Marvel. But this is all about Captain Marvel. Like, all of this is about Captain Marvel. It's such ridiculous bullshit. But again, you know, Rotten Tomatoes is owned by Fandango. They sell movie tickets. That's what they do. And if they don't sell as many tickets because people don't want to see movies, that hurts their bottom line. So yeah, of course they're going to try to get as many people to as many movies as possible. But again, you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes at this point because they're in bed with too many people. They've got too many people that work at Rotten Tomatoes, the higher ups who have connections to movie studios. I mean, this whole thing is like one big circle jerk. So you have to ask yourself, the end of it, even with the verified purchases, you know, is Rotten Tomatoes really trustworthy? I think eventually they will, you know, want access to your Netflix account history and all this other garbage, and I'm just not real comfortable with giving them that because they don't need to know that, you know, I watch children's TV. You know, they don't need to know that. Inevitably, we're going to see trolls campaign to own social justice warriors by buying thousands of movie tickets to a movie they hate. That'll show them. God, you're really, dude, you're just like, who's sad? I mean, who's sad? Like, you are like seriously paranoid. Why ain't you like Captain Marvel? You have to love Carol. People didn't like the movie, and it didn't have anything to do with her being a woman, really, because you know, Wonder Woman and Alita, both loved by the same people who didn't like Captain Marvel. Just saying, just putting that out there. Yeah, so Rotten Tomatoes, even more useless than it was before. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.